Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel where I cover topics about motivation, inspiration, well being, mental health, and kind of just taking the steps to move forward in our lives wherever we may feel stuck. That is what I created this channel for. That's what I'm here for. So let's get into today's topic. And today I will be talking to you guys about a topic that I saw from a lady whose video I watch, and I'm going to put her information down below. And I found her video to be very inspirational to me because I thought her reasons behind why she was still filming on YouTube, regardless of the fact that she didn't have a high subscriber count or the fact that she wasn't getting views, to be very relatable to me because I feel the same way about a lot of the things that she mentioned. One of the things that stood out to me about YouTube that I was very excited about was the ability to have my own channel and ownership over my own channel. It was like kind of like having my own TV show in a sense, and that was one of the things that stuck out to me about starting my own channel, is just talking to the world, or saying my thoughts out loud and finally getting to share them and hoping that maybe it resonated with other people. But when I created the channel, it was kind of therapeutic as well because I created the channel to kind of step outside of my box. I felt like with YouTube, I could do public speaking, but it would be on a different scale, and I wouldn't be held to the same accountability as public speaking, like if I bombed out or things like that. But I just felt like I needed to work on my confidence and my camera presence and speaking to other people and how to articulate my thoughts to other people. So first and foremost, I quit YouTube a few times, right? And these were like small quits. They were like semi quits. I never really quit to where I took the channel down or decided I was going to be done altogether. My quits mostly consisted of just stopping for a little while and deciding if it was even worth it, because I'd post videos that I felt like I worked really hard on, whether it be the time spent editing or the time spent trying to figure out how I wanted to share my message, just for it to kind of not be heard anyways. And a lot of times it was discouraging. As a human being, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and say that it never bothered me to not have people watch the videos that meant a lot to me. Like, there was topics that I wrote about and I shared them, and I was just like, this is going to be life changing for somebody. Somebody's going to really want to hear or need this information. And it got the littlest views, ever. And I just felt like, am I wasting my time posting these videos, or is it worthwhile? And I would always keep going because I would always have this thing behind me reminding me that you didn't start for views, you didn't start for subscribers. Of course, all of that would be great, to be able to monetize my channel, make a living from YouTube and changing my life, and not having to go to work doing something I feel like has no purpose or no meaning, doing something more meaningful, which is sharing a message with people. But I remember that the goal of it was just to talk to the people who related to it and who needed to hear it, not to be this huge success or for views. And likes and views and analytics and statistics will kind of make you forget why you really did something. And so even though I thought about quitting the channel, I thought about my close to 100 subscribers who might have needed to hear my video, who would tune in and who would watch, because they knew that I meant what I said. They knew that I had a genuine interest and passion in sharing my message in hopes that it reaches or helps other people. And so that's kind of what kept me from quitting. So if you are here with me now, 100 and below, I really appreciate you guys. And I'm going to continue to appreciate you guys as I grow. But it was about the message and the purpose. It was never about the likes. So I try to ignore those things, right? I want to grow my channel, but I don't want to let the likes and the statistics and the inability to do what other people are doing in less time than me and in less videos than me discourage me from my message and my purpose. Maybe it needs some retweaking or some rebranding. I'm not ignorant to that fact. I'm not ignorant to the fact that changes will have to be made if I want to grow the channel. But in the meantime, if there are people that can resonate and they receive my message without all the fancy editing or me just posting 100 times a week when I really don't have the time to do it, then that is kind of all that mattered to me. So I stayed focused on the fact that I just wanted people to get the message. And Other people's journey, like I said in the video, the other lady mentioned that comparison is the thief of joy, and I say it all the time. And just watching other people's videos and trying to understand, like, I have over 100 videos, this person has like 40, and they've already blown up. They have 170,000 subscribers and things like that, which is still crazy to me that we can even have that many people watching us, that we have that many eyes on our channel. But mainly just trying to understand, like, how I'd look at their video and trying to decipher things that I can incorporate into my videos or change. But those like changes weren't genuine to who I am. Those changes are not changes that are going to stick, because I know there are things that I don't want to do. I know there aren't things that I really agree with doing, and I'd just be doing it to follow the trend or the mold of what helped that person to be successful. And I don't feel like when you're doing things that are not, basically, when you're doing things that are not genuine to them, how long can you really do it? Like, how long can I keep up with shooting these aesthetically pleasing videos that are just like really gorgeous and nice to watch? And that might be too time consuming for me to set up. I'm more so just like, how can I get the message across to you and not deliver a low quality, nasty looking video where you can obviously tell I didn't put any work or effort into it, right? Like, how can I create the bare minimum video to stay focused on my message? And it doesn't mean that they aren't. It just means that where they are in life and where I am in life might be two different things, And I have to remind myself of that. What's more important to me, getting the message out to you guys, or having this really, really great looking video where I'm only shooting once a month because it's not sustainable to my routine? And so I had to think about that and comparing myself, and just said, like, one day I'll post that video that's going to really get me somewhere and people are going to resonate with it. And that's all that's really, going to matter. Another thing about this journey is that, this light is messing up. Sorry if the light is like bouncing around. It took too long to try to get this video set up, and I was just like, I'm not playing with this camera today, these lights and things like that. I'm going to film the video regardless. So I didn't have time to get it perfect, so excuse me if the light is bouncing around in advance. But another thing is about posting videos even though nobody's watching, is that consistency will teach you a lot about yourself, right? The consistency is teaching me a lot about myself. Posting and having a posting routine regardless of people watching, to me, is an act of discipline. It says to me that I'm willing to show up for myself even if other people aren't watching. I'm willing to still put myself out there and still put the work in without results. And so that means to me that when my moment comes, and it will, because I believe it will, I'll look back and be like, you know what? I kept going when there was no reason to go. I didn't stop because I didn't receive the results that I want. And that to me makes me kind of want to keep going. I feed off of that. Like, you can't just post because you see results, because you'll quit. YouTube is a long game. If you post it and, maybe you've been able to resonate with people through lives or through certain topics that just, a lot of people found you at a certain time or point, then cool. But if you're still on that journey where you're like taking it a day at a time and you're not seeing it as fast, I think it will come. And I think that the most important thing to me has been watching my own self, be consistent even when there was no reason to. So it shows me that I will be a consistent person despite results. It shows me that I'm not a quitter, and it's teaching me a very valuable lesson, because with consistency comes data, And like I said in the beginning, I try not to focus too much on analytics and stuff like that, but data is very crucial. So when I'm not consistent, I do see an impact and a drop. And when I am consistent, I'm able to see what's working and what's not working. And so I think those are good takeaways and lessons for you that you can even use in your daily life, outside of just YouTube. Another thing about worrying about other people or this journey is that I've come to focus more on quality. At first, I wanted to keep up with the volume, that other people were doing, because I was like, this is how I grow my channel. This is what I have to do to grow my channel. And I don't believe that I was creating the super valuable or quality content that I needed and know that I should be doing. So it was like, shame on me, because that's not what I signed up for. So I had to just remember my focal point, and that focal point was delivering quality, delivering information, delivering insight, and helping people. And so with me losing sight of that and worrying about, why is my channel not growing, quality is one of the things that got crossed off of the list. And for a little bit, I posted more frequently, but I watch those videos and those videos like have no substance or no value. And I probably gonna delete them videos, right? Because then I'm probably going to delete them videos because I'm not feeling them anyway. And I'm not ashamed of them either. It's a lesson. It's a lesson learned. But I'm going to continue moving forward to keep focusing on quality. And that's going to be it. Quality, quality, quality. Why am I even turning on my camera? What am I sharing you got with? Why am I turning on my camera? What am I sharing with y'all? Why am I sharing it? What is the purpose of what I'm saying? Just to talk to get another video out, or in hopes that somebody sitting in their living room or on their way to work is listening, to what I'm saying and it's resonating with them. Like, okay, this is why I have to keep doing this. It's not about the numbers. I keep posting on YouTube despite, my channel not really being seen, or despite a lack of growth, because it's teaching me about authenticity. I know that the topics that I'm talking about are slower to grow. I don't feel like anything I'm saying I don't feel like anything I'm saying are videos where people are going to immediately rush in and just consume all my content at once. I go for the longer form of content. I go for the motivational, accountability, you could push yourself route. And it's not always what people want to hear. A lot of times we like to hear that, if this person did you wrong, you need to do X, Y, Z, and you need to move accordingly. But I want you guys to always remember that even if other people did you wrong, what is your role, in this situation? What have you allowed this person to do? What are you teaching this person about how to treat you? It's just different things like that. Like, I try to find another or a unique perspective of how we can take accountability to control our situation. And so because I'm speaking authentically, I feel like I'll be slower to grow. Not because I offend people or people don't want to hear the content, but because I'm not talking about the same things or a broader range. Like, so when I'm talking about, for example, if I'm talking about motivation, it's about how you're motivating yourself. It's not about looking for motivation or inspiration amongst other people. It's about, what are you doing? What are you holding yourself accountable to in your daily routine that only you can control? And so I kept posting anyway because I'm being authentic to myself. I'm sharing the message the way that I intended to share it. I'm sharing the message that I believe needs to be heard. And so I can't just quit because everybody isn't resonating with it right away. I can't just quit because I'm not seeing the results that I want, because this is my authentic self talking to you guys on camera, wanting you guys to receive this message. And when you wake up, or whoever hears it, and they, find me at the right time with the right video, they'll know, like, okay, Janae genuinely wants me to get myself together. That's all her videos is about. And then I've won another subscriber. That's how it works to me. So I'm going to keep showing up and just being my authentic self. I don't want to hide anymore. When I go to work, or sometimes in personal relationships or friendships, I'm a different person, and who isn't? People will be like, I'm myself all the time. And we aren't, because you're not the same at work as you are outside of work. You might be just as cheerful or loud or laughing. And maybe you are. Maybe you really are. But I don't give people different versions of myself purposely. It's more so just the environment to where I can relax. Like, when I'm at work, I try to be friendly, laugh, play, make the environment fun, but I'm more reserved. You're not really going to hear the depths of my thoughts or what I'm thinking. Even if you ask me a question specifically on that thing, I'm not really going to go into a lot of detail. But outside of work, it's different. I'm more willing to share my mind. Me and my boyfriend, we have these long topics about mindset and, where we're lacking in our own lives towards making our lives different or better, things like that. When I'm talking to my sisters, my brothers, stuff like that, I'm sharing more of how I feel. Whereas when I'm talking to you guys on camera, I'm sharing more of what we need to do, sharing my stories, my fails with you, things I don't really talk about that much with other people, not out of shame or fear. But, if you've been around me long enough, you kind of know what it is and how I maneuver. But if you don't know me, I want you to know that I'm not just some person that's showing up for a number. I'm showing up because I'm relatable to you. And I want you to know that, you are not the only one struggling with a certain situation, and you don't have to feel like you are. So even after all of that, even after those roadblocks and issues with not seeing the growth that I want, and knowing kind of what those areas are that cause me not to grow. The reason why I keep going is because I know that I created this channel with the mindset that it may not grow. I knew that the route of motivation and inspiration and goal setting, planning, accountability, all those things weren't like the hottest topic at the time. And I knew that because when I searched, on YouTube for the best topics to talk about, it was more so like entertainment or DIYs or tutorials and stuff like that. Hence why you see tech channels with like 327,000 followers. I don't know why I keep trying to give y'all specific numbers, but you get what I'm saying. Because that is hyper valuable content. You can't always compete with that. You're going to have more people that are going to be searching on YouTube for how to do something than you are, why do I feel like this? Why do I think like this? So I'm trying to find a way to convey my message to where people will search it and find me. But I'm also just more so, if you find me, you find me. And because you found me, that might be the best connection because it's genuine. I didn't go popping out in your face. I didn't go showing up 1,000 times. Like I was doing a lot of shorts at one point. Like I gotta get eyes on me. I gotta get people to watch me. And after a while, it became exhausting. Creating those shorts was exhausting and boring for me because they were just clips of my video. And I didn't want people to just tune into that one clip that I felt like stuck out of the 15-minute video, because if you found that clip entertaining or you liked it and the rate of which people liked it was bigger, higher, then I wanted you to watch the full video. And a lot of you guys would just watch the short and not watch the full video. Like, oh, okay, I got a good idea of what Janae meant by this video. And I wanted you to watch the full thing because maybe, to me, I poured my heart out into that 15 minutes and maybe you missed some valuable content that I feel like, you should have watched in the 15 minutes. So why do I keep going after all of that? I still can't really answer the question. I guess I'm crazy, I guess I'm crazy. I think I just keep going after all of that because I know at the end of the day, it's not about the results, it's about the message. And so I'm just going to keep showing up my dry load channel and shooting my content and sharing what I think are things that affect us on a daily basis, and hoping that, people be like, what, I felt like this at this point in time, or I'm tired of feeling like this. And, just having somebody to talk to. I always tell you to post what you're thinking, feeling, questions, etc. in the comments for a reason, for a genuine reason. And that's because I plan to respond or plan to engage with you about how you're feeling about that particular topic. I think that's what makes YouTube fun to me, And another thing is too, it just came to me, is meeting people. I've met some really fun people where I like watching their content. I like engaging with them. I can tell they genuinely enjoy engaging with me. So I'm making friends all across different places that I couldn't do just by sitting in the room not saying anything. Social media, Instagram, Facebook, all those things are great to make friends and connections with too, but I find that these ones stick better. So that's another thing that I have been enjoying about doing YouTube, is making friends. Because if I'm in the motivational, inspirational, overall life well-being content, I tend to meet other people that are thinking the same. And so you need that. I have received that because there are times when I'll make YouTube videos about failures or disappointments or setbacks, and there have been people that have posted comments about what I could have done differently or how to approach the situation differently the next time, and I needed that, so that's a really cool thing about YouTube. I could say that. Another thing is why you should post even if no one is watching. You should post because YouTube is free, so it's like, why not? I can go into a long thing about that, but why not? It's free. Like, all you gotta do is spend 5 or 10 minutes setting up the channel. You can kind of get on there and kind of talk about whatever you want, and it's a chance to be yourself when no one else is looking or watching, to just talk about your honest and raw thoughts or feelings, or post things that are fun or cool to you. Like, I always tell my sister to post her stuff. Like, my sister does like planning. She likes to mess with her little stickers and stuff, and it sounds crazy because you're like, why would I watch somebody post it? But she take that stuff so serious, and I feel like she has a lot of insight to offer in regards to financial planning, or just doing activities to kind of give yourself a break from the day-to-day life. She makes it look really fun, like to the point where I try to go get my own sticker books or stole some of hers And I went home with my son and we tried, and our notebooks planners was like real busted up. It wasn't giving. I don't know how she did what she did, but ours didn't look like that. And it still was therapeutic and it still was fun. And so I try to tell her to talk to people about that more. Or just, sometimes when I'm talking to friends or other family and they have a lot to offer because of their perspective or how they feel about a situation or how they can tell the story about a situation, I'm like, you know what, you'd probably be good if you were like vlogging or sharing your experiences with other people. And they'll be like, you think so? And I'm like, yeah, I do, because you don't know who out there might resonate with your message. I say that all the time, like, because I'll sit there, really intrigued by what they're saying, just like, oh, that's really, interesting what you're talking about. Maybe you should share that with other people. And they're like, no. So, and I think it's because people are afraid, so I didn't want to be that person that was too afraid to, or wanting things to be too perfect or too scared of failure to post, what I had to say. It's a free channel. Like I said, I'm taking advantage of the fact that it's free. I don't know why my fridge keeps doing that. It's making ice. But it's a free platform. Like, you really can't go wrong. Nobody can't take it away from you unless something crazy happened. But it's a free platform. I think that's what I liked about it the most. I was like, free. You really can't go wrong, with that. So just start. Everybody's saying the same thing for a reason. One of the things I heard the girl say that I watched the video is just start. And she's right. I say this all the time. Stop letting fear get in the way. Because at the end of the day, like, as intimidating as this seems, you're really just in your room talking to the camera by yourself, in your car, wherever you find some free time to film, and you're just talking to yourself. Nobody's there, and secret. I've done this a few times with my boyfriend or the kids in the house, and it's a little more intimidating. So I like to shoot when nobody's around. I don't know why, because they're going to see it regardless. But it's not what you think it is. At first it seems scary, but after a few reps and a few practice, you get really good at it, and you start to kind of enjoy talking to the camera. Maybe you didn't, but I do. I just feel like I'm talking to a friend in the room, so I like that. So just start. Try it with your phone. You don't have to have a expensive vlogging equipment setup, whatever such. Just start with your phone, saying a few things a day and just posting it. Do the bare minimum edit. Like I said, stop worrying about editing and just post. And I hope that you guys found this message informative. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys know that even if you yourself, didn't even finish my video, I'm still gonna be posting. So I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys like and subscribe to the video. I hope you guys liked the video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys later.